For the past month or so, I've been looking for a game that would scratch my FPS Battle Royale itch. And over the course of the last few weeks, after sorting through Warzone and the broken mess that's become of it, I found myself revisiting an old friend, Apex Legends. Following my review of Fortnite, where I famously gave the game a 7 out of 10, I thought it might be fun to revisit the Battle Royale genre with another video. This time, detailing why Apex Legends is the apex of the Battle Royale genre.
Exciting!
If I had to describe Apex Legends in 3 words, they'd be smart, swift, and simple. While these 3 words might not sound like much, they're actually incredibly important, and represents not only what makes Apex so good, but what makes up a good BR. The biggest issues that plague BRs are slow, long matches without much action, just to die instantly when you find it, shallow mechanics that don't offer much depth, and the repetitiveness most players face with the drop-die-defeat nature of the genre. While other games have found success with their own systems and styles, Apex does it best.
Oh my god.
With the use of 3 gameplay systems that offer their own depth and skill required to be used effectively, Apex Legends makes a compelling case to keep on playing and improving. The first, and most obvious, is the Hero or Legend system. With 16 characters and a roster that keeps growing, Apex Legends provides many different ways to play and encourages all of them. Whether you're more aggressive or passive, a defender or a healer, the game does its best to cater to the player. Every legend has a purpose, and they're all fairly well balanced, with abilities that can be used in a variety of ways to shift the tide of battle. What's even better about the game is there isn't one legend that completely outshines the others, besides Gibby, of course.
Haha, throwing some cover for my brother.
Because the legends are so well balanced and each have their own different talents they bring to the table, no match is the same. Team comps vary across the different squads you'll run into during a match, which keeps the game from feeling repetitive, as you'll never know what abilities or ultimates will play into a firefight. Speaking of firefights, let's shoot over to the game's second system. I'm not really sure what to label it, as it's kind of a combination of systems that play with each other, but for the purposes of this video, let's call it the health system. Now, while having a health system is certainly nothing unique, what Apex does with it in the Battle Royale genre is... Are you serious? Unlike Warzone, where you can get lasered by literally anything and everything so long as you're spraying and praying, Apex takes a bit more precision. Apex is a longer time to kill, and because of this, shots count. Especially when you go against players with stronger shields in late game. Not only does this mean you have to have more gun skill to down enemies, but also, it means you won't be subject to those more BS deaths so often, where you stood no chance. Even if you don't get the first shot off, Apex still gives you a chance to react and fight. This isn't to say the guns are weak in Apex either. Guns, grenades, weapons of any kind are both lethal and viable. Even the Mozambique. Never thought I'd say that. Much like the game's legends, the weapons in Apex are all fairly well balanced, with no real meta that completely dominates the game that you have to run or you stand no chance, unlike Warzone. Fighting is even incentivized in Apex, and you won't come across too many campers because of it, unlike Warzone. This is in part due to how Evo Shields, the game's armor system, works in the game, where every time you deal damage to an enemy, you gain points towards your Evo Shield to be leveled up to the next tier, and in another part, because of how the maps are laid out. With 3 different maps that offer distinct experiences, one thing that remains consistent is quality. Even if Kings Canyon is still the best map, don't at me. Every map in Apex has a good flow of action, and means to find that action via ziplines and balloon jump towers. While there are certain power positions to be found and held, the map structures, the game's weapons, the legend's abilities, and the movement system itself make it hard for players to have it totally easy when camping them, unlike Warzone. Speaking of movement, it's time you move over to the final system that makes Apex so great, While Apex Legends might not offer the wall running or jetpack boosting mechanics its older brothers do, it still retains the fundamental DNA of their movement, and the result is the best feeling BR out there. With a real sense of weight and momentum, sprinting and sliding has never felt so good in a battle royale. The ability to mantle, climb, and jump at a brisk pace means there are all kinds of moves you can chain together to execute and evade. With the 3 different maps that Apex offers, the arenas are your jungle gym. Getting around is effortless, and even in the slower parts of a match, simply running around bunny hopping aimlessly feels a little less boring, which, if nothing else, is a true testament to how good the movement is in this game. In combination with map layout and its flow, Legends' abilities, and a time to kill that's fast yet fair, Apex Legends smartly crafts matches that are, simply put, swift. Perhaps the best part of the game is how simple and easy to play it is. Sure, there are lots of different systems at play, each with their own depth and skill required to be used effectively, but that's where the replayability comes from, right? From simple descriptions of abilities and how they work to actually using them in practice, you'll learn just how easy it is to pick up, yet difficult to master. I just want to take a second to gush about a few things Apex did that were simply genius. The in-depth ping system, which was actually revolutionary and allowed the ability to play with randoms effectively. Every BR uses this now, and for good reason. The addition of the knockdown shields to defend against being thirsted, the ability to bring back dead players, and how it's done in a high-risk, high-reward type way by having to collect your teammate's banner where they died. The way armor works in the game, so simple and easy to use. I love the fact that Apex batteries regen your shield a full set amount, unlike Warzone, that has you fill up each bar even if you have a frickin' 1/16 of an inch to fill up. Also, gotta bring up again how your shield levels up when you actually fight, love that. The color coding in the game from the different tiered items to the different ammo types makes looting a breeze. I absolutely love that the game doesn't let you downgrade from higher tiered items to worse, unless you consciously hold the button to do so. This makes looting in intense moments way less of a headache. It's all these simple quality of life changes in tandem with the smart gameplay additions that make Apex Legends truly stand out in the oversaturated Battle Royale market. Respawn Entertainment has done it again, this time with the Battle Royale genre. Because of their attention to detail with the littlest quality of life changes to the biggest and newest systems integrated, such as the Legends system, Apex Legends has been forged into something truly respectable. Especially for the genre it's in. With everything in mind, it's not hard to see why Apex Legends is the best Battle Royale on the market. Apex Legends is smart, swift, and simple. Apex Legends is the apex of the Battle Royale genre. 4 out of 5.